Right. Everything looking, sounding okay? Uh-oh. My controller's not connected. That's not good. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. So I did come in and I loaded in and created a character. And I just got to the point. Oh. Okay. Awesome. And I got to the point where I got to like the tutorial and I stopped just to make sure that controller was working and then it was running fine. So we're gonna start a new character. I have no idea what to pick. Let's see. Help? Yes, please. No. Show stats. Status. So I think I want to go for like a fast melee plus magic build in this first playthrough. Like I want to get a good experience of like the melee combat and the magic combat. But I also want to be fast. Like I don't want to be like fat rolling everywhere and like really heavy. So vigor is health. Mind is MP, which is like for casting. Endurance is for rolling and like stamina, running, all that kind of stuff. Strength is heavy weapons. Dexterity is like more agile weapons. Intelligence, I think, is for magic. And faith is for magic. And arcane is like luck, I think. So, with that in mind, this has good dex and intelligence. Does it tell me what they start with? Looks like a sword, a thing to cast, a shield, and I don't know what that last thing is. This starts with like a lot of equipment. Oh, and this is like hard mode. No armor, no sword, just a club, and level 1 rather than higher level. Okay. I think I'm going to go with this because it starts me off with good dexterity and intelligence. I'm the worst in games like this. I pick the prettiest character and get mad they can't do what I want. Nice. All right. And I did... Oh, let's go with demo. I'm not really too concerned about that stuff. Origin prisoner. Keepsake. So this is like an item you start with. A medallion inlaid with crimson amber increases maximum HP. Okay, that might be good. The gold of grace shining in the lands of the people of the lands between, used to gain many runes. What is runes? I have no idea what runes are. A golden seed washed ashore from the lands between, said to reinforce sacred flasks. That must be like your healing flasks. Okay. The ashes of small diminutive golems. Ashes are said to hold spirits within. That sounds like the summoning stuff. But I don't know when I can start summoning things. Cracked pot. 3 strange cracked pots that somehow mend themselves. A container for certain thrown items. Okay. So like, you can like make bombs or something maybe? 2 stone keys shaped like swords breaks the seal on imp statues, but can only be used once. I have no idea what that means. That's the problem with going into this blind, is like they don't tell you anything, do they? Does help say anything? No, of course not. Hello? My controller stopped. think something's going on with my controller. That's not good. I'm going to die a lot if my controller doesn't work. Bewitching Branch. 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power said to originate from the demigod Miquella. How the fuck am I supposed to know what that means? 5 pieces of boiled prawn boost physical damage negation. But I'm guessing we eat those and they go away. Shabriri's woe. The crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out attracts enemies' aggression. Well, I definitely don't want that. So I think I'm between the Golden Seed and the Crimson Amber Medallion. Because this is max HP. And this reinforces flasks. Which I think is for healing as well. So, max HP or be able to heal more. I think I want to be able to heal more. So I did create a character here too. There we go. So, let us begin our journey into the lands between. Are we going to get like an intro? Oh.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Makes me look like an alien. That is me. I am Alien Man. Bring me to your leader.
The great Elden Ring was shattered.
So the Elden Ring was shattered by a hammer dude.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
Okay. Cool, bro.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
The queen's gone.
And in the night of the Black Knives,
Night of
Godwyn
Black
the Golden
Knives, gold.
was first to perish.
Black Knives is capitalized.
Soon,
What is the Elden Ring? Is that like the Lord of the
Marika's
Rings ring?
offspring, Demigods
I don't know.
claimed the shards of the Elden Ring.
Marika, so the queen's children claimed the shards.
The mad taint of their newfound strength
Fair.
triggered
Ugh.
the shattering.
So because they did that, it triggered something called the Shattering,
A war from which no lord arose.
which was a war. Okay.
A
Whoa.
war leading to abandonment by the greater will.
Greater will is capitalized, so that must be a thing or a person.
Oh, rise now,
Oh!
ye tarnished, ye dead, who yet live.
So tarnished are dead people who are still alive.
The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all.
Okay. Grace is something for us? I don't know.
Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask.
What?
Fear, the deathbed companion,
So these are these people?
the loathsome dung-eater,
He eats poop?
and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Are those the bosses? I am so confused.
And one other.
This is my squishy,
Whom
and he will be
grace
mine,
would
and he will be
again
called my
bless.
squishy. I I'm also so confused.
A tarnished
We'll be in this together.
of no renown.
So I'm a tarnished that nobody knows about or nobody cares about.
Cross the fog to the lands between.
Crossing the fog's easy, bro. I crossed the galaxy to get here.
To stand before the Elden Ring.
Okay.
And become the Elden Lord.
I don't know if I'll make it that far, bro. I don't know if I'll actually beat this game. It's supposed to be really hard. The ring. Y for okay. Okay. We are in. Read message. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. Sure. Pillar remains. Tarnished, wizened finger. Okay. What does that do? With the inventory menu, you can browse the items you're carrying, drop them on the ground, or throw them away. You can also use tools from the inventory menu. Show large image and explanation, toggle character data. Okay. Memory of Grace. Reusable. Lose all runes, return to the last site of Lost Grace visited. Okay. Used to write messages to other worlds. Oh, okay, so this is how we send memes to people. Right. Big picture? Oh, item for online play. A finger of corpse wax, so emaciated the bone is visible. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. It is merely a cycle. Stand before the Elden Ring, become the Elden Lord. Okay. Whatever that means. Golden seed, that's our thing. When the Elden Ring was shattered, these seeds flew from the Erd tree, scattering across the various lands, as if life itself knew that its end had come. Increases a sacred flask's number of uses. Can be used after resting at a site of grace. Found at the base of an illusory tree. Oh my god, I'm going to be so fucking lost. Magic Glint Blade is something we have, an old sorcery of the Carrion royal family. Creates a sigil overhead from which an enemy seeking Glint Blade appears before a brief delay. The sorcery can be used while in motion. Charging increases the delay. Said to be the prototype of the Sword Phalanx sorceries wielded by royal enchanted knights. Okay, so we make like a sword that like goes after enemies. Large piercing sword with a long, hard-bladed edge, which is also capable of slashing attacks. For its large size, it can be wielded rather nimbly, leaving little opportunity for the enemy to counter. Skill, impaling thrust. Lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields. Build power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust that pierces an enemy's guard. Okay, so we got like a stab. Big stabby stabby. A staff to do magic. Okay. And a rift shield. Small metal round shield depicting a sinister rift. It boosts focus. And we can parry with that. Okay, I know what a parry does. We've got a mask. And just clothing, trousers. Okay, so we don't have very heavy armor. But we're supposed to be faster. Oh, God. Everything just... Did the game just crash? What happened? Oh, nope. It just minimized, I guess. Cool. Weird. Alright. With the equipment menu, you can equip armaments, bows, arrows, bolts, armor, talisman, and items. 3 armaments, each to your left and right hands. The actions each armament performs will vary based on which hand is wielding it. Okay, so we've got sword on the right hand, and our wand and shield on the left, so we can switch between those. And then we've got our armor. What is this? Talismans. And then quick items. Okay. Oh my god, look at how much information is on the screen right now. I'm so lost. Alright, well, let's just get into it. Maybe I'm sure they'll teach us more. Oh god. What happened to the frame rate? I don't think I can play with frames this low. This is nuts. What is going on? Is there anything that I can do about... I might turn down the resolution. That might help. Oh, come on. Oh, that seems to be faster now. Something fixed. Might be because the game is minimized. It does that to me sometimes. It normally fixes itself in a few minutes. Oh, okay. Weird. Well, it looks like it's better now. Alright. Okay, left stick in is crouch. How do I sprint? B is sprint. A is jump. X is something. Attack. Okay. Okay. Oh! Right. Door is blocked shut. How do I roll? Okay, that's... Ah. So B is multiple uses. Okay. I see. So if I don't hold anything and press B, tap B, it does a back step. If I'm walking somewhere and tap B, I roll. And then if I hold B, I run. Okay. That's going to be hard to get used to. How much exploration do I need to be doing in the beginning? Like, is this a tutorial? I got inside that room when I first started it up to make sure everything was okay. And then I stopped. So I have no idea what is what here. Oh god, I'm nervous. It's like eerily quiet. There's nothing around here? This is weird. Oh, that's a boss door right there. I know that much. Whoa. Big glowing tree. Dude, what? Ah! How do I lock on? Oh boy. So do I have to win? Oh god. I guess not. Oh, Jesus, this is gonna be fucking hard. Oof. Controllers start vibrating like crazy. Does that count as a death? I think that's scripted because it's like doing a thing. We in a sewer? Horsey? They just threw you right into battle. That counts as a death? Oh, okay.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side.
Fortune is on his side.
We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
Yes, I hear for ring now.
Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Violate the Golden Order. What's the Golden Order? That fucking helmet. I'm back. Okay. Sorry for the delay. My OBS just literally just crashed. So we're off to a good start. This game is so hard that it's killing my computer. You're wondering why I got quiet though? Oh, okay. Oi, oi, oi. It's good now? Okay. Thank you. So where do I go? Do I go up the stairs? The Cave of Knowledge lies below. Down there. Brave Tarnished, take the plunge. Down there. Of learning and remembrance. Ah, tutorial land. Okay. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Okay. Will I survive if I fall down there? Okay. Using items. X is use item. Okay. And switch item is down on the D-pad. Okay. I reduced the resolution on the game to 1440, so hopefully that helps stabilize it a little bit. Sites of Grace. Resting at a site of grace will restore your HP, FP, and cleanse any status ailments. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you defeated will be revived. Okay. You can find Sites of Grace by going where light converges. These explanations are required in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory. Acquired in the form of info items. Inventory at any time. Okay. Cool. Let's take a look at what these things do. Modeled after a golden holy chalice that was once graced by a tear of blessing. Filled with crimson tears, this flask restores HP with use. Rest at a site of grace to replenish. To seek the Elden Ring. And this does FP. Okay, so we got HP and FP restore. Okay. I touch your grace, and I discover thee. Okay, we rest. So that refills stuff. Pass time. Okay, that's literally what that does. Flasks. Add charge to flask, increase amount replenished. Allocate flask charges. Oh. We have one of those. Cool. Increase amount replenished by flasks. Sacred tier. Do we have one of those? Oh, we don't have one of those. Okay. With this menu, you can allocate the number of uses in each of your flasks. You have a set total of maximum flask uses. HP or FP. Ah, I see. I definitely want more health than magic, I think. But I think more than one magic would be good. Let's go 3 and 2. Can always change that later. Memorize a spell. With the Memorize Spells menu, you can memorize sorceries and incantations. You must have a staff equipped to cast sorceries or a sacred seal equipped to cast incantations. Oh, there's a difference between them. Great. There's a lot of info coming at me right now. Casting sorceries and incantations consumes FP. Your memory slots determine the number of sorceries and incantations you can memorize. You can increase your memory slots by obtaining a memory stone. So this is what's available, and this down here is what... No, the top is what we know. So we've got 2 slots, but only 1 spell that we can equip to those. I see. Okay. Sort chest. With this menu, you can place items that you're carrying into the chest for storage, or take stored items out of the chest. If you're already carrying the maximum number of items when you pick up a new item, it will be stored in the chest automatically. Oh, that's great. Okay. Cool. Alright, let's leave. There was a map option there. Ah. With the map menu, you can check your current position and terrain and buildings in the surrounding area. Freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks. Through your map, you can select any site of grace that you've discovered and travel there instantaneously. However, there are some dungeons and other areas where this cannot be done. Okay. So here's the map. Well, it's not that big. Does it get... I want... Oh. I'm guessing the full map is the size of the screen here. So we're in just like the first little area. Fantastic. Alright, let's go. Reset camera with R in. Oh, that's how you lock on too. Okay, that's important. Cool. Hello, sir. RB. Attack, right hand and two-handed armament. Are you not going to attack me? Aha! Gotcha. That's not too bad. Hello? Game is a bit of an old school vibe. Yeah, it does feel kind of old school, doesn't it? You must have a staff equipped to cast sorceries. Switch sorcery and incantation is up on the D-pad. Okay. So if I do that, with it locked on, haha, oh, that did a lot of damage. Use an armament in your left hand or both hands to guard against incoming attacks. Guarding is especially effective when done with a shield. Guarding consumes stamina. If your stamina runs out, your stance will be broken. Okay, how do I switch my left hand stuff? Left on the D-pad. Ah, what are those things? What are those? What? I don't know what those meters mean. Okay, that's my parry. Easy clap. Dodging. You can avoid enemy attacks with a dodge roll or backstep. Both of these actions consume stamina. Okay. Oh, that's a lot later. I have to press the button like a little bit before they attack because there's a delay. Like when I press... I have to be like... I have to press the button and like be off of it to roll. A's jump. I figured that one out. Oh, hello. Oh! What did that say? Acquire materials. In every corner of the lands between, you'll find fruits and flowers, mushrooms and butterflies, and various other useful materials. These materials can be used for item crafting. Oh, great. Grow a fruit. Okay. So, like, glowing stuff is stuff that I can pick up, it looks like. Oh, you've got a shield. Oh, boy. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle between them. Oh, here's where they tell me how to switch. Okay. Armaments can also be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting effective strength by 50%. Okay. Got it. Y plus LB and RB is wielded with 2 hands. So Y plus LB would wield my shield with 2 hands, and Y plus RB would be my sword. Okay. Oh boy. Oh jeez. You're fast. Oh my god. Jeez. Can I get around your shield, bro? Oh, come on. Whew. There is a big delay on the roll. That's for sure. A lot of input lag there. It's not like Horizon, that's for sure. Oh, jeez. Whoa! Okay. I pokey, stabby, stabby. Man, the frames are dropping again. Oh, hello. What the hell? He disappeared. Why did he disappear? And why are the frames just absolute garbage right now? What the hell? Man, this is like unplayable. Was he magic? Was he supposed to disappear? I don't know. That was weird, really weird. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Left trigger is a skill. Streams seem to be struggling a bit now too. Oh, great. Oh. Now it's smooth. I don't know. Something that my computer's doing, I guess. Okay, backstab sort of thing. It's better now? Really weird. I don't know what's going on. Maybe like a background process or something happening. Crouching. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. Left stick in is crouch and stand up. Okay. Oh, we can sneaky. Nice. RB near a back-turned enemy is a critical hit. Okay. Well, they're telling me more than I thought they would. Based on some of the reactions some people have had, like, they said that they don't tell you, like, anything. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. Hold right trigger for a charge attack, and right trigger while jumping is a jump attack. Oh, cool. Alrighty. I can fucks with that. Stakes of Merit. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of America near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. Do I have to do anything here? The frames are tanking again. That was weird, but it was like shorter that time. Okay, so if I die here, I can choose to come here rather than all the way back at the site of grace. Oh, boss time. Yay. Hello. You can perform a counterattack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break an enemy's stance. Right trigger immediately after blocking an attack, guard counter. So if I hold my shield up and they hit me, and I block it, I can hit right trigger for a big attack. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to use that a lot. Every time the frames drop, the game streamed. In-game stream starts to struggle too. Yeah, it must be. Okay. But I don't know. Because everything is smooth, and then all of a sudden it just happens. So I don't know if it's something my computer is doing in the background that causes it to do it. I don't know. It's weird. If it keeps happening, I'll just switch to PlayStation. I'll just get the game on PlayStation and play it there. Using too much CPU or GPU. The CPU is at 5%. Let's see where the GPU is, I guess. What is that thing called? Task Manager. GPU's at 50%? Oh, the CPU is at 62%. Yeah, maybe it is spiking. Like when it loads levels or something, maybe the CPU is spiking. Possibly. We'll see. If it keeps happening, we'll go to PlayStation. Which way did I come from? I think I came from where the light is, right? I think that was our last enemy in the tutorial area. I think that was the last easy enemy that we're going to get. Strength. How do I do the... Should be fine at 65. Yeah, I figured it would be. But maybe when it like loads certain areas of the map, it spikes up to like 100 or something maybe? I don't know. How do I do poses? Oh, it's over there. Pouch. What's the pouch? Is it not going to tell me how to do the pouch thing? Weird. Gestures. Oh, that's how you do it. So you can switch them here. I will become the Elden Lord. Bow before me. Can you see I have the Elden Ring? It is here in my hands. Tree. There's an item up there. How do I get that item? Do I have to come in here from like another direction or something? I don't know. Alright. Open. Open sesame. I do need to do this. I have a wrong button. I think it's because I have it in borderless windowed. Oh no, don't keep that. I think if I leave it in full screen, that might help. This thing would behave. Come on. There, how does that look? Oh my god, dude. What the heck? This is causing nothing but problems. Why? What is happening? Okay. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Jesus. That was nuts. So I got my flasks back. What is this? Okay. Can't get through there. Use stone sword key. Oh, this is one of the starting items that you can get. I don't think I have any though. Dude, come on. There you go, Jesse. Sorry about that. Technical issues out the wazoo. Cooperative multiplayer. Really need to learn to separate out my messages. Well, it shouldn't be so strict. I didn't get a chance to look at that yet. Use tarnished furled finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. You will take the role of an ally, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner. Okay. Finger Severer. tarnished furled finger. Someone was raving about Elden Ring the other day. Like really liking it or being angry at it. I think the game has had some technical issues. I've seen some tweets from people saying like it needs to be fixed or whatever. They were complaining about Horizon, saying there were too many glitches. Oh, yeah, I didn't run into like any. What does this do? Oh, is this like an elevator? Seems that this has more glitches. Yeah, well, it's also, I'm streaming it and it's on PC. Like, I'm streaming the game and the game's on PC. So that might be a part of it too. They were saying Elden Ring was amazing. We shall be the judge of that. So far, a little bumpy. Open. Oh, we're outside. Limgrave. There's an item. Summoning pools. Fair, but I just thought it was kind of funny. Oh yeah, that is really funny. That it's so interesting how some people can have one experience and then somebody else can have a completely different experience, and all it could be, the difference is like whether or not you're streaming it or not, or like what your hardware is in your machine, or like all that kind of stuff, you know. It's crazy how like variable it can be. In each area, you may find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations, as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. Okay, I have no idea what the fuck that means. We got another site of grace here. Discovered. Grace exists to guide the tarnished and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. Okay. So that's got, like, the thing that's... Okay, so it's telling me go that way towards that building. Oh, what's that guy over there? He's got a horse. I want a horse. Do I have a horse yet? I don't think I've got a horse yet. The map. We learned about the map, as well as the transcending structures. You can update your map with new information by finding map fragments at steels along the road. You can also use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. Okay. Let's look at the map then. Ah, stranded graveyard, cave of knowledge. I see. Oh boy, we got a long way to go. The first step. Oh, and is this the guide telling me to go this way? That's cool that it shows us that. Hello, who are you?
Yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No
I
shame
look
in
fucking
it.
so stupid.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Yes,
Without
I have no
guidance,
girlfriend.
Without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you
Runes
are fated,
and round table hold.
it seems, to die in obscurity.
Oh.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless.
Okay.
Me. Vare. Take
Vare.
care to listen.
Okay.
Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You
That
may
stuff?
also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times.
Yes.
That is the guidance of grace. A path that a tarnished must travel.
Okay.
Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow,
Okay.
even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly. To Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
That castle up there on the hill?
It's time you set off, I should think. To Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you. If you
Okay.
seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
All right. Now, are those things going to hurt me? I'm so afraid that, like, everything is going to kill me in this game. Oh. Oh. Well, okay. There's that. They run. Is that just a rock? Oh. Huh. Yeah. Oh, we got a flight pinion. Okay. Don't know what that is. Oh, there's an island down there. Oh, it feels so weird. Like I'm so used to Horizon, like I just like jump and like glide over there. Whoa. This world is pretty cool looking. I like the style. The giant trees. Like the ruins everywhere. Thin beast bones, sliver of meat. Okay. Aired leaf flower. I guess I have to go into my menus to learn what all of these things are and what they're for. Alright, so this stuff wants me to go that way towards that building. Does it want me to fight that guy, I guess? He looks really big and scary. Hello. How powerful are you? Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Oh. I see. I hit the dodge button just too late. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. You will drop any runes in your possession at the site of your death. If you die again before reclaiming those runes, they will be lost forever. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the lost runes. Ah, that little symbol there on my compass. Okay. Oh, I think I see him down there. Okay. Oh boy. Now we got a long way to go. Hey, go away so I can get my runes back. Oh, runes. Okay, runes are what you use for like buying stuff. The dodge mechanic would definitely screw me up. Yeah, it's just a slight delay. Like I have to press it just slightly early. I wish it was a little bit faster. Alright, we're just going to skip this guy because he's obviously way too strong for us. He hit us with one hit. Okay, so we got our stuff back. That's 600 that we got. Oh, we get some runes from killing these animals, too. What is this? Ruin fragment. Okay. Got skulls. Man, this is like a big pedestal or something. Fell into the ground. Fragments. Okay, so the glowing little stones are ruin fragments. Oh, well, you can drop a long way before fall damage kicks in. Okay, I thought it was going to be a lot more punishing than that. So what does the map look like once we start to... Oh, it's literally just blank. Okay. So we really got to find the map thing to give us a detailed map. The Grace was pointing us towards this building, so let's go in there. Church of Ella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh, eh. Alright, we got another place to spawn from. Through your map, you can instantly travel. Yep, we know that. However, there are some dungeons that you cannot do this. Gotcha. Okay. Strengthening armaments. At a smithing table, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make your armaments even stronger. Okay. Smithing stone 1. Can I strengthen? With the smithing menu, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. You can strengthen your armaments up to +3 at a smithing table. Somewhere in the lands between... Yeah, okay. So that costs 280, 200, and 140. And then... Oh, required items, smithing stone. It needs 2, and I have 1. Okay. Got it. So I need to find the smithing stones to do that. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Whoa, you look crazy, dude. He's got, like, gems in his hat. Whoa, look at his eyes. Santa boy. What is he holding? Is that a weapon? I don't know, let's talk to you.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something?
Ah, you're a vendor.
Purveyor of fine goods.
Recommendation.
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own.
Okay.
Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I
think it's an instrument?
do take my cut. But the important thing is that you
it's
survive.
got a string on it, yeah.
Every customer counts, after all. I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely.
Ow.
Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
So he recommended the crafting kit. With the shop menu, you can spend runes to purchase various items. You can also sell items for runes. Each merchant stocks a different variety of items for purchase. Okay, so where's the crafting kit? Telescope, throwing daggers. Furl calling finger remedy. Reveals co-op and hostile summoning signs. Oh, cracked pot. Here's one of the starting items that we could have gotten. Crafting kit. Here we go. 300. Yeah, we'll buy that. So these are cookbooks for crafting. Okay. Arrow, bolt, a torch, leather shield, chain armor. Note. Flask of wondrous physic. Note imparting knowledge in brief. So this is like a hint for something. Waypoint ruins. Note imparting knowledge in brief. We'll leave those for now. We might come back and get those.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
If you have a crafting kit, you can make various items from materials that you find. Select item crafting from the main menu to make items. You can learn to craft more items by finding cookbooks. You will need cracked pots or other containers to craft certain items. You will not be able to make more of those items than you have containers. Container items will run out with use, but the containers themselves will remain. Oh, okay. I see. So if I go here, item crafting. Fire pot. Needs mushroom and smoldering butterfly. And I also need a cracked pot for it. I see, okay. Roped fire pot. Which needs string. Bone dart. Throw at enemies to inflict damage. Okay. Roar raisin. On horseback, feed to Torrent to restore HP. Oh, spoilers game! We get Torrent as our horse, I guess. And we use Roa fruit to make those. Rainbow stone. Shines with colored light when placed, serving as a guide. And it takes ruin fragments. Huh. Okay. I wonder what this instrument does. Oh, it's two pieces. So he's got one in his left hand and one in his right hand. Maybe it's like a violin? Yeah, it looks like a violin or something. Weird. Huh. I like your donkey. Nice ass. Alright, so now where do we go? Where's this thing telling us to go? It says go that way. Alright, let's go that way. Ah, we've got enemies over here. Okay. This makes sense. We can get some more runes. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Do you see me? You don't see me right here? Wow. Alright. I'll take it. That took a lot of hits. I got a decent amount of souls for it, though. I keep hitting X to crouch from Horizon. That's going to be really bad. Because I just used 2 of my flasks, and it didn't do anything for me. Wow, these guys are like blind. Boom. Surprise, motherfucker. What the hell? I can't pick that up or anything. Do I hit it? Oh. Golden rune. What does that do? I guess I should look through some of the stuff I've picked up. We know what those do. Rune fragments, material used for crafting. That's to make fingers stuff. Sends another or oneself home. Creates a summon sign for cooperative. Okay. Meat for crafting. Crafting. Smithing stone for +3 armaments. Crafting kit. We know what that. Does this tell me... It boosts focus. So anytime I pull out my shield, it does that. Okay. Where's the rune thing? Oh, here's all of our tutorials. Oh, here's the runes. Okay. Used to gain a small number of runes. Oh, so we can just like pocket those and hold them for a while. Cool. Let's get a sneak attack off on this guy. Gotcha. Kukri. Looks like throwing knives of some kind. Another guy right there. Hello, dear. I like that the lock-on, like, works pretty far away. That helps a lot. Nice. Ooh, hello. Thin beast bones. We've got a cave. Groveside Cave. Alright. There we go. Sorry, I just need to try and come over here and do something. And of course it minimized the game for some reason. Who knows why. Okay. The summoning pool is now functional. Oh, okay, so that's what that is. So it can help. I can, like, spawn help in here. Oh, it's really dark. It is insanely dark. Here we go. We got wolves down here. Oh, okay. They're not too bad. Oh, there's a lot of them, though. Holy shit. Now I gotta go get my runes back. Fuck. Alright, that's definitely a death. There we go. Now, is it going to put the runes in a place where I have to, like, go down there to get them? Of course it does. Shit. Oh my god. I'm at 2 deaths now? Oh, okay. Well, now 3. This is going to be tough. Can I get these from right here? Ah. Oh, no. What? No, I wanted the... Oh, I can, like, pull them this way. Shit. What up, doggy? Oh god. Oh god. Well, let's not go in this cave for now. I'm just getting completely overwhelmed. It's embarrassing. We're obviously not supposed to be here either. And we lost all of our runes. So, great. How do I, like, level up? How much to each of you give? 64, that ain't bad. Apparently the wolves are no joke. Yeah, they're fast. They're really fast. And there's a lot of them, like, really tightly close together. Is that another guy? That is. Okay. I hear something like... I can hear something going... I don't know what that is, though. Oh. Smithing stones. Bunch of items here. Oh, items make that noise. Because they go away when I pick them up. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. I need to remember that I can hit my item to heal as well. Here's a America thing, so I can respawn here if I need to. I hear an item over here somewhere. Is it this? Mushroom. Oh, what are you? No, come back! Teardrop scarabs. There are both crimson and cerulean teardrop scarabs. Defeat them to replenish the flasks that match their type. However, you cannot replenish more flasks than your maximum amount allows. So those are free flask uses. Okay. Do those respawn too? Gold-tinged excrement. So golden shit? Is that what that is? Alright, it looks like we've got a decent-sized camp here. The chamber lies under the ruins. Ooh. Damn, that's really strong. Hello. Apparently, have you collected golden shit in this game? Yeah. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Gatefront ruins. There's an item right there. Okay. I wonder what the golden shit is for. Ah, hello. Oh God. Okay. Shit eater dude we heard about. Oh, maybe. That's a good call. Alright. Doing okay, doing okay. Oh, you've got a shield. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Can I get behind you? Ah. Damn. Tried to do a backstab, I couldn't. Oh, that dude really tore me up. alert anybody? Doesn't look like it. That guy looks like a badass. So I don't want to wake him or like aggro him yet. Here's a thing down here. Is this the chamber that they mentioned? Ooh, chesty chest. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant your armaments new skills at Sites of Grace. An armament can only have one skill. Any skill it previously had will be removed. An armament's type determines what skills it can have. Some special armaments have unique skills and cannot be granted new ones. With Whetstone Knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant affinities to your armaments at Sites of Grace. This way you can alter an armament's attack affinity, boost attribute scaling, and more. Okay. An armament's type determines what affinities it can have. Some special armaments, like those with unique skills, cannot be granted new affinities. Oh, they're throwing a lot of words at me right now. Ash of War. Whetstone Knife. Okay, so I can use that knife to apply that Ash of War to my weapon, if it's the right type. Shit. Didn't mean to do that, I meant to crouch. What does that guy have? Oh, that guy has a horn. So he alerts all the rest of the people in the camp. Right. Can we get behind that guy over here? Oh, is that guy alive? Yes, he is. Airba. Oh, there's the guy with the horn. We're gonna wait for him to go away. I'm gonna cheese the shit out of this. There's another guy over there. Oh my god. Am I far enough away? Surely that's far enough away. Shit. Oh, fuck. Nope, 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 nope. That didn't hit him? That did only 38 damage. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, nice. Okay. Oh, that did a lot of shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. That guy's an asshole. We should be able to pick up our runes from that area fairly easily, though. Yeah. They're right here. Okay. Too far away. Kept stabbing you even after you were dead. Yeah, right? What up, bro? Ooh. thought I was behind him. Can I get behind you somehow? Oh, here we go. There we go. That's how you deal with that, apparently. I've almost got 1,000 runes. How do I, Oh, you're not dead, though. Great. Shit. Shit. Don't crouch. Don't crouch. Run. Ooh, we got a piece of armor. Oh, hello! That guy came from back there, I guess. Haha. Whoa. There we go. Got 1,300 runes. When can I level up? Got some smithing stones. That's good. There's another site of grace over there. I don't necessarily want to rest at it yet, though, because I don't want these guys to respawn. Little hiding spot right in there. Where's that guy with the horn at? Oh, there he is. Did that guy see me through the wall? Is that what happened there? What up, dude? Oh, yes. Backstabs are the way to go. Ooh, hello. Rune fragment. Alright. Got a ton of those already. I want to sneak kill that guy next, I think. If I can. Hello. There we go. I'm learning your attack patterns now. Ooh. How do I attack that? There we go. Golden rune. Very nice. Now I want to get this item real quick. Ah, map. And that went away. Okay. So those things are what I need to be looking for maps. New map has been found. Oh, nice. Okay, this helps a lot. Cool. The Grace is pointing me towards this direction, so maybe it wants me to go to that Grace site. Right here. Wait a minute. Oh, we got chests in there. Lord Sworn's Greatsword. Alright, we'll have to look and see if we can use that. Well, there's another carriage over on the other side. I wonder if there's an item in there too. Let's try and get that real quick. Oh, that was a fast attack. Come on over here, bro. Ooh, you're a big baddie. Now, how aware are you? Can I just sneak like this right behind you? Oh, I can. Nice. Flail. I'd like to know how to level up. I don't want to lose all these runes because we've got a decent amount now and not be able to level up. That would suck. How many flasks we got? We got 2. I think we started with 4. So let's refill those. Okay. Lost Grace discovered. This is taking a while. Oh. Okay. You were the one with the horse, right?
Greetings,
Hello.
traveler from beyond the fog.
This cutscene's like really
I am
quiet.
Melina.
Melina. Whoa.
I offer you an accord.
Okay. Got like a tattoo over her eye.
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
No.
They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished.
Okay. Are you,
But you-
a finger maiden?
I am afraid, are maidenless.
Yes.
I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the
level up.
Elden Ring.
You can level me up.
You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled.
Okay.
Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I
Yes.
bequeath to you this ring.
Spectral steed whistle.
Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent.
Oh, that's our horse. Cool.
Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Okay. Level
Shall
up.
I turn your runes to strength?
Yes,
Let
please.
my hand rest upon you. For but a moment. Share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Okay. With the level up menu, you can spend runes to increase your attributes. With each attribute increase, your level rises by 1. As your level rises, so does the amount of runes required for your next attribute increase. Gotcha. So how many levels can we go up? 2. Great. Okay, so my attack power goes up. Oh, so strength is also defense. I see. And dex is also defense, it looks like. But it scales faster with strength. Okay. Endurance is stamina, so that might be good to increase. And equip load. Okay, mind is for FP and some defense. Vigor is health. Do I want to just go... No, I think I want to do more damage, so... What is this scale? That does nothing for left armament power, because I had my wand in my left hand, right? And I don't know, like, 1 point out of 120, is that, like, 2 points out of 120, is that really going to do a lot for me? Let's do 1 dex and 1 health. Alright, well, we got a horse, so we can move a lot faster. Use the spectral steed whistle to summon and ride your spectral steed. If your spectral steed dies, you can summon it again, but it will cost 1 flask of crimson tears to do so. You can dismount by using the whistle again or by pressing down on the left stick. Okay. Pouch. I was wondering if they were going to tell us about that. From pouch in the main menu, you can equip 6 items to your pouches. 4 of those items can be used without opening the main menu. Y plus up, right, left, and down to use them. Cool. Okay. So, I think I want to do that with the whistle then on down. How do I switch? Here we go. Spectral steed whistle. Very good. And then for left, I would like to do those blades. And for right, is there anything that I want to use? Oh, we've got these we can use too. These golden runes. Let's use those real quick. Is that enough for another level? No, we need 200 more. Now, does it scale the amount of runes that we get from these guys by killing them? That did 263. I don't think it does, so let's kill just a couple of guys here and then level up one more time. Why am I glowing? I don't know what that means. How many runes do we have? 842? Okay. I also need to look at those weapons I picked up and see if they're stronger than what we've currently got. Okay. Let's go level up and look at our weapons. I guess we could use the weapons to determine what thing we want to increase, because they scale differently depending on what type of weapon it is. Oops, I need to look at my inventory first. Weapons, where are you at? Great sword requires 16 strength, so we're way off for that. And dex of 10, it scales with strength and dex. The S-Stock, which is what we have right now, scales with a C on dex, so that's not too bad. Okay. And an E on strength, so okay. Glintstone staff scales with intelligence and strength slightly. Okay. So if anything, we want to go with dex, I guess. Level up. I think I want some more stamina. See if we can't take that big guy on now. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we can do against this guy mano a mano. Hello? Alright, bro. That was a little easier than I thought. Let's pull this guy over here where we've got an empty... Is that gonna hit him? It's gonna be too far away, isn't it? Fuck. How many souls do you think this guy gives us? Or runes, I guess is what I should say. Wow, 2 hours went by that fast? Holy crap, that was really fast. Fuck. Oh, hi. Why didn't I do the follow-up attack? I did the big attack and it didn't do anything. Oh, poor puppy. I don't like when they whine like that. Maybe that'll hit him? There we go. What up, bro? Ooh, okay. Oh my god. Alright. Death 5.